Okay, so we're at day 2 for the Media and Dealer Day at the 2016 AIMExpo, and I'm here with Shane from Piaggio. And Piaggio is the company, the parent company of Moto Guzzi, of Aprilia and Vespa, right? Any other brands?
Piaggio as well. So Piaggio scooters, as well as the Vespa scooters, which we have on the other side of the booth.
So we really don't want to talk about scooters today.
Right,
We really
we'll
want
talk
to
about
talk about Moto Guzzi.
Sure.
And there's nothing else in here but the Moto Guzzis as far as I'm concerned. Just kidding. So you guys know, I call me Guzzi Steve. I got Moto Guzzis. I love Moto Guzzi. And the bike, there's the V7 Racer here, which has been in their line for a few years now, right?
Yeah, quite a few different iterations as well. What we're looking at here is the new V7 II, which has the additional ABS traction control, which we added to it, and there's been some engine improvements as well as a little bit of a geometry shift with this specific model. And
a little bump in horsepower as well.
Well, these models have remained the same. With the V9s that we've added to our range, there's some more horsepower there. But just internal things to make them more reliable, more useful for every day.
The one thing I'm really excited about is the scrambler that you guys came out with, the Stornello.
Right.
I think it really well done. I like the changes with the seat and the exhaust. Just some small styling touches, but it really kind of pulls the package together as a scrambler.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the Stornello is a namesake from Guzzi's history. And they had the Moto Guzzi Stornello, which was more of an off-road oriented single. It wasn't with the V platform, but doing a limited production with this model, it gives you the aero pipe, high-swept aero pipe, some knobby tires from Golden Tire, which are actually really nice, as well as an aluminum fender kit. And then stylistically, the touches go back to that original model. So you've got the red frame and the white, which is I think just a really nice classic job
Very
that they did there.
for that bike, yeah.
Yeah, and so in a way, it's a lot of the parts that we've offered as accessories for some of the V7s that existed already. But this is a complete package ready to go in a limited production of 1,000.
Was the original Stornello the precursor to Quota?
It would be a lot longer before that. I think 1971, late 60s it might have been. Should maybe know that, but yeah, that would have been the original Stornello, and then much later came with the Quota. So I think, there's some
kind of the original adventure bike for Moto Guzzi.
Yeah,
right?
no, exactly. There was the first off-road oriented Guzzi. I don't think we ever brought to the U.S. originally. Certainly not with Piaggio Group. So a little bit before my time, but still stuff
I don't
you
even
see
know
pop up.
if the Quotas were originally imported in, or if they just made their way over.
Yeah, if I understand correctly, it was only for a year or so, but obviously something that we've changed with Piaggio Group, bringing Moto Guzzi into the fold, having the representation in Europe available here, and creating a path now where we're ranging as many bikes as you see on the floor here versus a couple, or having the delay that you would have had otherwise where something might be announced at EICMA and then a few years later you get it. So obviously it's important for us. That's why we're here at AIMExpo. To talk to the consumers, the dealer network, show our presence in the U.S. and what we're working towards. So with all the brands, but obviously Moto Guzzi.
So besides the V7 line, I noticed there's 2 new bikes here that I've never seen before, which is the V9s, right?
Right.
And
correct.
Tell us about the difference between, is it the same block or a new block?
New block, hemispherical combustion chamber as well, which is different versus the Heron heads that were really in all the other Guzzis. So definitely, I'd say 70-80% of the platform's entirely new. Where you've got some bits like mirrors and Bosch, things like that carry over. But for the performance, you're getting another really 10 horsepower or so out of that on a spec sheet. I think about 5. But as far as the torque delivery, the style of bike, it's a little bit more toward a cruiser standard than a traditional standard bike here. Just gives us a little bit more depth in the range and offers something unique for a guy that's looking for kind of your everyday all-around town bike.
For not trying to make a comparison, but you would kind of compare that more to a Sportster.
Yeah. As far as, because I work with the press side of things, of course, magazines will reach out to us to compare that against a Sportster, even Star now, a Yamaha Bolt type,
right.
Something that's a little bit longer wheelbase, usually a bit wider tire, more of a cruiser leaning audience, light cruiser segment. So
yeah, if you kind of like the standard bike, you would fit well with that because not really forward pegs, good seating position on it.
Right.
great styling. So there's two versions here. What are they? That you have?
The Roamer version, which is chrome outfitted with a gloss paint job, a 19-inch front tire, where you've got the Bobber, which has got a matte look, a fatter tire. It's kind of just a little bit more. One's got the classic styling with gloss, and the other's a little bit more urban and a kind of modern take, which is not paying as much tribute to the old stuff. So, both just for same kind of power delivery. Internal's the same, but a little bit of geometry difference with the tires, and one's to get out and go tour the country, and the other's more about around town as far as style and stance. But power delivery.
Yeah. So there's kind of something for everybody in the line, really.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the quota could come back, but Stelvio still kind of fits that, although we're not flooring it at the show.
No, the Stelvio's a great bike. I know you said yesterday that the Nords and the Stelvio weren't here. It's the same model as it was before. Yeah, they're great bikes. Stelvio, I've got a lot of experience with it, love it. Something, would be really cool if you guys had something in the smaller engine size, like maybe a Stornello with a little bit more suspension travel, something like that, but I don't even know if the market's ready for.
Sure. Well, I mean, as it is, you're looking at a pretty comprehensive range here. You got to consider the dealerships, which we're in the
much
industry
more
day.
than there has been. So the line keeps growing, and now with the addition of the Flying Fortress, which I think is the coolest bagger made. And I'm not really a cruiser guy, but I would buy one of those bikes and ride it. I think it's great. And then your all blacked out version, what's that, the Audance?
Audace, yeah.
Audace.
So that's one of those Italian names that we gotta, try to train
I'm
people
Sicilian,
on.
I don't pronounce it right. Yeah.
Well, we've got, fortunately, the benefit of audio here, and maybe a few more people now know it, So it doesn't always help in the magazines. Audace, yeah.
Audace.
But yeah, Eldorado, Audace on the 1400 power plant with the MGX21 now. A few different options for different kind of guys. But all the same benefits of that new engine, utilizing the power plant fully.
Are you still offering the California too?
We are. Yeah. With the show, we had to do a little bit of a limited display here, based on the available floor print, and just trying to show what the latest comprehensive engine platform. We've got the Grezzo instead of Stelvio Nord, still showing the 1200 and the Carca. Yeah. So my personal bike is a Stelvio, Grezzo.
The Grezzo, it's a great bike. Yeah. All right, cool. So here we are, AIMExpo, over at the Piaggio booth. If you get a chance to go to AIMExpo next year in Columbus, Ohio, hopefully you guys will be there.
Yeah, so.
Remember, it's a consumer show too, so come on out for Consumer Days. Check out Moto Guzzi.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Of course, appreciate it.